Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me while looking to who buys Tesla cars and also the used car market, especially in Australia, but most likely will apply to anywhere else you guys are at. So let's get right to it. So the reason why I want to check out Tesla, I'll just show the reason. If we go down to the used car market, we can see that Tesla has dropped by 13.75% in the last 90 days. That is crazy. The demand for Tesla has dropped like a rock. Now, why is that? And, the stock price is obviously following it to a certain level as well, most likely further downside to go. Why is that? Obviously, for reserve. Um, a lot of people get cars on loans. They like to show off the cars. And if the interest rate for a car loan is 1.99 or 2.99 or 3, you're paying about you're paying about maybe a third less than what it is right now, like 7% for car loans. So if anyone's buying a new car now, they are going to have to pay an arm and a leg. Another thing is the Tesla owners were very, very quick at upgrading and swapping out their Teslas Model 3, Model Ys, etc. for newer and better versions because the Teslas kept their value so well over the last couple of years. If anything, they went up in value. A used Tesla was more expensive than a brand new Tesla because people just did not want to wait. A lot of people also created YouTube channels about the Teslas they bought, and they tried to make money on the side doing that. Nothing against that, but I'm just saying that is what they've done. So, why? Why is that? And it's actually pretty simple. A lot of the people that bought Teslas were really well-off people. Most of them time male. 83% of Tesla owners are male, under the age of about 34 years old on average, usually in a management engineering position, and they most likely got it on a car loan. And they were probably willing to buy more if the loan amounts stayed low. But they didn't. So we can see that the analysis found that 83% of Tesla drivers were male. So in comparison, men represented 49% of drivers across all other brands in the study. That's interesting. So we're actually 2% less than women drivers or female drivers. Next, it found that the average income for a Tesla owner is $85,000 USD, I would assume, while a non-Tesla driver is 62,000 USD. So all of these show that, at least as far as owning a Tesla, you are wealthier and probably bring in more than the average amount per year. The next thing is they're more educated. I guess this is fine, master's degree, PhD. And so 1/3 of Tesla owners have a master's degree or a PhD, and compared to 30% of the US population. Common occupation, engineer, operations, and software engineer. Yeah, that all makes sense. You had to go through some software level of, you got to like software and I guess touchscreens and all that kind of stuff. A lot of the older generation may not be up for it. And yeah, they were willing to buy Teslas in the last 2 years. So why are the prices going down so much? I looked at a lot of videos online, and a lot of videos and I guess websites talk about borrowing money or getting a car loan as one of the best ways to get a Tesla. Now, what happens when you borrow and it's not? What happens when you borrow and the money becomes more expensive? You're not going to be able to pay it back, which means you have to sell. Sometimes you might have to sell at a loss. When everyone tries to become a flipper at the wrong time, the flipping industry just does not work. But I will actually say that this gives Tesla an advantage, at least in the short term, because what's most likely going to happen is they are going to be able to undercut a lot of the other competition that's out there, especially on the used market side, because now there's a lot more used Teslas out there. A lot of people might not want to buy a new car. They might just buy a used Tesla if it is cheap enough. So there is some good news out there for Tesla. Also, if we look at the Tesla stock, we can actually see that it is very close to what I'd consider at least a short-term bottom in the next couple of days. No guarantee, but at least as far as the weekly goes, it is hitting a major level of resistance slash support, and right now it is above it. So it is above the resistance. If it bounces from this point, it has the potential to go up relatively high. Let's have a look at how much it can go up by. It can go up by almost 30%. That is insane. I don't know what news is going to be out there to cause that to happen, but I'm just saying that the graph does look like it's oversold and hitting some points of resistance. Not oversold on the monthly, but there is still a chance. US dollar also matters. US dollar is showing quite a bit of weakness on the monthly, on the weekly, and some strength on the daily. So we have that going for it. I just wanted to cover this because I don't know how many people took out a loan to buy cars. Usually, it's a very bad idea. The last 2 years obviously have proved that you can take out a loan at almost anything, and it's probably a good idea, at least in the short term, because money was so cheap, and so many people are flooded with cash that they didn't spend during the lockdowns. We will have to see how that goes in the next couple of months. Anyways, guys, this was just a really quick one. I'm not 100% sure if anyone's going to be interested in it, but it's mostly covering that Tesla prices are probably going to come down a bit more. Used Tesla prices. Tesla cars prices may come down a bit more next year. And the reason for all of that is higher interest rates, people taking loans that they probably are going to have trouble paying back at higher interest rates, and demand being squished by money actually being worth something if you have a good enough savings account. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you next time.